Okay, welcome back to Gen Power. This is a podcast where we bring you inspirational, motivational, and empowering content to take your life to the next level. Now, we wasn't so much planning this one, but we had Gary on episode 2, and I said that whilst you were here, and I know you is incredibly busy, man, can we just squeeze in another podcast? Because he mentioned something that I just thought was really powerful, and he mentioned about investing. And when I asked him, like, tell me about investing, he blew it up and he said, you got to learn to invest in yourself. I was like, wow, okay. Not properties, not gold, not shares, not ISAs. He said, invest in yourself. So I thought it'd just be a great podcast just to talk about personal development and something that an area a lot of people are not doing. I don't see a lot of people doing that, but I know Gary's definitely been a man of personal development, and we've got somewhere where we want to go next year, and we'll tell everyone about that and why we're going to do that next year. So welcome back to the show, Mr. Gary. Keep on squirreling. If you don't know, get to know. This guy is the financial educational guru for the children. He's the man. So welcome back, Gary. Thank you very much for your time. So we're going to talk about personal development. And tell us what your thoughts are on personal development, because obviously you mentioned that we should be investing, and there's a quote. I remember reading a book, and I can't remember the book now, so apologies about that, but this gentleman was saying that we should be investing personally out of your personal wealth. So if you get a paycheck of £1,000, let's say, for instance, he was saying that you should put 10%. He says the top leaders in the world invest 10% of their wealth back into personal development. So whether that be courses, books, mentors, and things like that. I thought that challenged me. I was like, I don't spend that kind of money on my personal development. But what are your thoughts on personal development? We'll break down some of the importances. We'll talk about all the different things, books, mentors, courses, and things like that. But what's your thoughts on personal development?
Personal development?
Yeah, personal development.
It's a must.
Whoa!
It's not a should.
Yeah.
It's an absolute must.
It's an absolute must
for me.
Just on that, I think you said something really powerful there. What's the difference when something is a must and something is a should?
Okay.
Because you said it's not a should, but it's a must. Break that down.
Okay. Yeah. I should go to the gym this week. I should really go to the gym this month. I know I should eat relatively healthy. A must is it's in the diary.
Wow.
I'm going Monday 4 p.m. I'm going Wednesday 6 a.m. It's in the diary.
Wow.
The must is, okay, food has been ordered online, but the fish come in, the vegetables, it's a must.
Right.
It becomes a value. Your health is a value that's high up there. This is just an example in terms of, but it needs to become something that's a high enough value that it's in the diary.
Wow.
Because if it doesn't get diarised, it doesn't get done.
I'm gonna call you Mr. Golden Nuggets, man. This guy's just dropping nuggets all over the place. I'm hoping you guys are taking this down. I should pre-warn anybody who listens to a podcast with Gary, get a pen, get a piece of paper, take mad notes. Make note. You don't even have to listen to it. Just get little quotes and put them all around your bedroom, and then put underneath quote by Gary Edwards.
Yes.
All right, so if it's not in the diary, it ain't gonna happen.
Nope.
So you got to move it from a should, which is an idea, a thought, to a must, where it's in your diary and you're going to make it happen. So why are you so passionate about personal development? Why is it a must for you? Why do you think personal development is a must? And let's be honest, if I was to and this is no disrespect to people that I know, okay, but if I was to speak to a majority of people that I know, family members, friends, people in the business that we have and stuff like that, I wouldn't say that personal development is a key priority for them. So why is it a must for you and it's only a should for them? And maybe not even a should, it's not even a thought. So, you talked about going to the whole new level, but why is it a must for you?
I think if I got to go right back to when I was young, and it goes back to linking back into, I really felt people's pain around me.
Oh, okay.
So I would say I'm an emotional person.
Oh, okay.
I think my EQ, my PQ they're high.
Okay,
Right?
hold on.
Okay.
What is EQ?
You know, emotional intelligence.
Oh,
So having an understanding of not only your own emotions, but those people's emotions around you.
Right, so you got IQ and you got EQ.
EQ, yes.
Right, okay. And then you said another one, PQ.
Yeah, PQ,
not everybody's going to be advanced as you guys. You're throwing out stuff, man, and like I'm making sure that the listeners can keep up, and myself. Right.
You know, your personal intelligence, understanding yourself. So a big thing is, is self-awareness.
Oh, okay.
So I think what is key is just, I was very emotional. So I think feeling the pain around me and saying, how can I help you? How can I reduce the pain in your life?
Wow.
And then I went on a journey of self-discovery, self-reflection. And when you look within enough, when you start asking yourself empowering questions enough, when you seek out books, mentors, wise teachers, because that all links in with the self-discovery, the reflection, and wanting to do the right thing or seek out truth. Right. That's all part of personal development.
Right.
And I think all of that as well, I had a need to grow and to contribute. That's just, I think it was naturally within me, or maybe it wasn't. And maybe it was the pain or the emotions I got to experience around me pulled me in that direction.
Right. So your personal development for you then was like, I wanted to be better so I could give more of myself to those people around me that I loved. I wanted to be able to help them get out of their pain.
Yes.
But first I needed to learn the techniques, you know, the strategies to be able to do that. That was like a driving force for you?
Absolutely. For me, to want or even to reduce the pain in people's lives, then I need to be equipped. Right. For me to then be equipped, I need to do different. I need to learn different. There's something that needs to happen differently. Okay. So then it's then growth. So then you've almost got to be asking yourself the question is, well, who's been here before me?
Right. Oh, okay.
Who can I learn from?
And
then there's only so many things that pop up to your mind. Then you go books, you go courses, you go seek out the individual.
Is that how you started then? Because I'll go through my journey in a moment. But when we talked about personal development, the way you started off then was just like reading.
I would say before even the reading, I would say the self-reflection.
Right. Oh, okay. Right. Powerful.
Yeah. And I think naturally I'd ask myself empowering questions. And then I would ponder over the question. I would look at meaning. What does this mean? Even at such a young age.
Give me an example. So like someone's listening to this now and they're saying the meaning of what? Like, so give us an example that where you would seek the meaning of something. Like what?
Okay, yeah. So for example, it could have been, let's try and get you a nice example. Okay, so seeing my mum and dad, you know, raising 4 children, hard working, dad working 2 jobs at different times, taking us on holidays even though the financial situations were tough. And then here's the thing, sometimes I'd come down in the morning to do my paper round and I'd see my dad early morning in the dark just eating his cereals in the dark, and then sometimes he wouldn't come back till 12 o'clock at night. Right. And I'd see him there tired, but I know he was doing it for the family. So I'd be thinking, gosh, when I'm older, I so want to get you guys a place by the seaside. I so want to, do something for you. All those times when mum was, working jobs with 4 children, and I was seeing the channel, and I'd see the stress, all the pain, even though there's holding out for the children. I'd see that it was tough, that finances was tough, the work was incredibly hard. And I'd be thinking about, I'm going to buy that place. There's something I'm going to do for you guys. So then that starts thinking about me just looking within, going, how would I do it?
Right.
Why do people get into how do people get into these tough financial situations? What would be different? What would I have to do differently? What could I do for them when they're older? So it'd be just that whole questioning thing, and then come up with little ideas, even when you're such a young age.
Well, there's 2 things that I really wanted to touch on, which I think are real powerful that you mentioned, and I can classify them in 2 words. 1, who do I need to be to be better? Okay. So if you want to be a millionaire, who do I need to be a millionaire? I think lots of people talk about what do I need to do instead of who do I need to be, and we can talk about that a little bit. But then also when what you did then, you said I go from self-evaluation in looking at who I need to be, and a lot of people are not looking at who they need to be and being honest with themselves and saying, okay, if I want to be a great father, who do I need to be?
Yes.
If I want to be a great husband, who do I need to be? Who? It's the who that's real powerful. And then once you've understood that, you can then talk about how. How do I do that now? What are the strategies behind that? So you've almost like, I don't know, from an early age, you've understood that without probably having to put the words to it.
Yep.
You understood that to have self-reflection. Who gave you that understanding of self-reflection then? Do you know, was that something that was like a natural trait in you, or did someone mention it? You know, you came across it, you thought, that sounds really profound.
I'm not sure at what particular point that I came across it. It was the meaning was self-reflection or self-awareness or self-discovery.
Yeah.
But I always knew that so much before I was doing some form of reflection, even about putting a word on it. Even when we go on holiday and be walking along the seafront, and I'd just be sitting there looking at the meaning of life, or trying to find the meaning of life, and asking the deep, powering questions. What's it all about? Why am I here? What can I do? How can I make a difference? So those are those things. But then I'll probably really say is when I was in my teens, I was then getting the magazines, getting the books, reading, then the audio
books. I'm loving my audio
the
books.
Audio books. Then one great breakthrough was I was 16 and I had a job at an exercise showroom, selling exercise equipment. And the owner, he was an entrepreneur himself. All about personal development, success, all different things. He'd be listening to the audios of Tony Robbins, the sales of Zig Ziglar, all those kind of things. And the conversations that we had was very much around personal development, around growth. So that just, sprung me to a different level of study or reading or listening to personal development.
So like he was like your very first mentor?
I would say so, yes.
Yeah. So a lot of, I'm out there, I know a lot of business leaders, thought leaders have mentors, but actually, even from a biblical standpoint, we talk about a thing called discipleship, which is like mentoring.
Yeah.
So it's learning from someone and they don't have to be like a million steps ahead of you. Would you agree? They could be just 2 steps or even a step ahead of you, and you can learn from them. So would you say it's correct in saying this, that if you want to go into properties, find yourself a property mentor?
Absolutely.
Yeah, find yourself
I wouldn't
an
even
investor.
consider it really, unless you are naturally equipped from somewhere. But yes, absolutely. Get yourself a mentor, role model who's succeeding in the area that you want to succeed in.
Fantastic. How do you go about, I've got a couple of mentors.
Yes.
So I got many mentors. I got a business mentor, and I used the Tony Robbins organization because I needed to understand how to run a multi-million-pound business, and not too many people knew that. So I had to come out of that. So I have a personal mentor. I had a mentor for my spirituality, so my faith in God. I have a mentor in that, and actually one of my best friends is also a mentor to me, and some of the life traits. So, but how do you go how did you go about finding mentors, or how do you go about finding mentors, do you think? Because a lot of people are like, well, how do you find someone like that? How do you find someone who's in properties? How do you find someone who's in business? How do you find these people? Or I don't even have the money to pay someone. Can you find free mentors?
I think I'd say is seek and you shall find.
Oh, no excuses. Knock it out of the park right there. Any excuses, get it out of the park.
The thing is, right, just seek, do something, explore. So, we came across each other because I came to your personal development workshop, if you remember rightly. Yeah. Okay. And then you then came to one of mine. Yeah. So, depending on what field it is you want to go to, you need to start networking. If they're not already within your circle of influence, you then you just need to start networking. Yeah, and I love that, as you said, seek and you shall find. Yes. And very much that's what I did. I went out and sought people who could help me get to the next level, and I think you can't be afraid. And I think this is something about self-evaluation that you mentioned earlier, is that you've got to be honest with yourself and humble enough to say, I need help. I think too many people are standing there trying to be the man, or act like they're Superwoman, Superman, and I don't need anybody. If you're going to be truly successful, you have to break it down and know your weaknesses. Know that I wanted to learn about property, so I spent something in the region of £7,000 learning from property mentors, business mentors. So I've spent thousands in my trying to find people, but also then I've done a lot of people who I just saw were one step ahead of me, or and I said, can you teach me? I was humbled. I just went to their feet and was like, yo dude, please, could you just teach me? Would you say that you need to, from a self-evaluation standpoint, be someone who's just humble enough or just honest to know you have weaknesses, and that's okay? Absolutely. Well, we're all human, so nobody's perfect. Yeah. So it's getting to that point where you go, if you want to go to, if I want to, or if you want to go to a different level and you want to grow, and you know you can't do it on your own, then you're going to need to bring those people in.
Fantastic.
Okay, they're going to need to come as part come into your life. They're going to need to become a part of your circle of influence.
I love that, your circle of, and let's break this. You keep on dropping. There we go. Nugget number 4. Circle of influence, brother. Break that down for the viewers.
Okay.
The circle of influence.
Well, we know there's a difference. Some say that you know, you become the average of the 5 closest people to you.
Oh.
So you know, so very conscious who you surround yourself with on a regular basis. But the key thing is circle of influence.
Yeah.
You know, we all have an influence on somebody, good or bad.
Yeah.
Now, it could be parenting, it could be the relationship that you have with your friends, with your significant other. It could be how you are as a boss at work. We all have an influence, and we want to make an impact. We want to have a good influence on people. Okay, so if you want to be learning about having a great relationship with your partner, then who in your circle has that great relationship? If you want to have a great physique, who's going to the gym or training often, eats healthy? Who's that you know that you are close to?
Wow, okay.
If you want to grow in business, in your circle, who is doing well in business?
Wow,
ethically, the way you want it to do, specifically in your field. And if you're looking around and you're going, actually, there's no one I'm close to in any area that I want to grow, right? Then what you need to start doing is seeking. You need to start networking. You need to start bringing those people into your life.
And the great thing is, in a population of how many billions, those people are out there. And I know for myself, I coach and mentor young people. People who I mentor for free. I coach some people, but I also mentor for free. So there are people who are prepared to give of their time because that makes them feel good, and to give back to others what's been given to them. So those people are out there as well. Now, the one thing, if you can't find a mentor, a great way to find a mentor outside of a physical one, you can read a book.
Absolutely.
Right. And we always say, like, you know, you mentioned audio because a lot of people now don't like to read. But what kind of books are you reading at the moment?
Oh, so let's have a look at my.
I know you always keep on dropping dimes to me. Denzel should read this. Denzel should. Okay, so what kind of what ones are you reading at the moment? And we'll share.
Okay, because I've got about 4 or 5 open at the moment.
Okay, here we go. It's multitasking.
Well, so I'm listening to one at the moment, which is about relationships, about doing the right thing during dating. I'm reading one at the moment. It's a mixture of different books that's been read by Tim Ferriss.
Okay, Tim Ferriss.
He's a 4-hour work week guy.
I'm
listening to one about finance, so it's quite a few books I've got open at the moment.
Okay, so any area of like life you think I need to learn, if I haven't got a mentor straight away, you can get a book.
Yes. You know, the actual physical book that I'm reading at the moment is How to Influence People and Win Friends.
Okay, great book. Great book.
Yes.
Yeah, great book. At the moment, I'm actually rereading it because I was so blown away by it, but it's more of a spiritual book, but Desiring God, and it was actually, what I liked about it was like, how do you find joy? Do you know what I mean? Like real joy, like in the midst of the storm. I wanted to be that guy because there's some people that were just immovable. Do you know, like it doesn't matter what happened to them, like, you know, people could die, business crashes, they get cancer, and they're like, they still have joy. Like, how do you do that? And like, I'd read people in like concentration camps, you know, and you think they still came out with this incredible sense of purpose and joy, and I was like, I want to be that guy. So I'm reading a great book by John Piper on that, and like you, I try to read as much as possible. So what about going to workshops and stuff like that? Are you a big advocate of trying to go to those things? I know we've got one next year that we're definitely going to do. Do you want to tell them about that and why we're going to do it and why you think it's going to be probably awesome?
Well, which one we talk about now? We talk about the workshop, the day retreat, or the weekend retreat?
Oh my gosh! Okay, how long have we got, man? How long have we got? We've got about 8 minutes. So, but yeah, that's why there's some exciting things coming from this guy. Just watch out in the future. There's a lot of things that are going to come your way, I tell you. But yes, and you know, what's the importance of like going to a conference or going to a workshop for the day? As well as having mentors. So even if you haven't got a mentor, like, you know, if you can get yourself to a conference, what's the importance, do you think, of doing that and spending money and going to these things?
Yes. I know for me, there's a few things. One, it's amazing how many insights can drop out.
Oh, okay.
Someone can be saying something on stage, or in the audience, and an idea just sparks.
Boom.
Next minute you're just writing, you're writing,
Yeah.
you're writing, you're writing. People looking around you going, what are you writing? He hasn't said much yet.
Yeah.
Right, you're just there. You're just
In
there.
the moment.
It's creative. So it's amazing how many insights can drop out.
Yeah.
And not only that as well, if you're not fully aware or you're on your journey of self-discovery,
Yeah.
right, like the books, like the workshops, they're a great way to help find yourself sooner. But it's also a great way to make friends and network, to get connections.
Perfect. Yeah.
More so, you can read a book, you're not necessarily going to connect with people. So if you are looking for this circle of influence, if you are looking for key people in your life or building friendships, it's a great place for that to happen also.
Brilliant. Okay, so I know one of the things that we're going on, just so that, for the listeners, that we're not just talking hyperboles by where you should do this, you should do that, and we don't do it. Me and Gary looking to go to a Tony Robbins thing for us. So like, even though, within obviously our own organization, and we talk about development and coaching and things like that, we need to get coaching. So we're talking about going to the Tony Robbins event. And one of the things that he says, which I really love, he says you can get immersed in it, so where there's no distractions and you can just immerse yourself in positivity, in personal development, and really bring out yourself some of those things that are sitting within you. Because I love what he says. There's a book that I read by Tony Robbins which is powerful, and he says, awaken the giant within. In each and every one of us there's a giant waiting to be the best. And I think, if you can go on workshops, if you can start reading books, if you can get a mentor, you could be the next Elon Musk. You could be the next Martin Luther King. These people are not super special. Okay, they've got skills just like you, but they were able to bring it to the forefront. And a lot of us have been gifted, but we're just not bringing it to the forefront because we're not taking personal development seriously enough.
Yes.
Okay, so as we close this down, any final things that you'd like to say to the listeners just about personal development, or anything that you'd like to share? And
my thing would be, each and every one of you has a gift. You have a talent that has been given to you.
Wow.
That gift, that talent that you have is not just for you. That gift, that talent that you have is for the people around you. It is for greater amounts of people. Now, I don't know what gift or talent that you have.
Yeah.
Right? You should, but if you don't, take the time to get to know yourself. Because when your giftings, when your talents meet your passions, you are in your element.
Wow,
and
say that again. I love that line.
Okay,
Boom. Which has special effects every time you drop a nugget. A golden nugget. So when your
talents meet your passions, you are in your element.
Wow. Love that.
And when you are in your element, Denzel, you will make the biggest difference with the least amount of effort.
Love that.
The biggest difference, because it has been given to you. Right?
It's a gift.
You can be talented but yet not passionate about something. Michael Jordan, okay, he could have been given the gift with a basketball, okay, but if he wasn't passionate and didn't pick up that basketball or throw the hoops or train the way he did, do you think he'd be the Michael Jordan we know today?
No, definitely not. So
get to know yourself. You have a gift, you have a talent. Be in your element and make that difference. That's one of the greatest things for self-discovery and awareness is finding out what you've been blessed with and how you can make a difference to others.
Powerful, man. Listen, man, you've just given us some golden nuggets, some real encouragement. And that, look, I really say this, the reason that we set up GenHope was that we wanted to bring hope to a generation. We wanted your life to be the abundant life. And the one thing that we said, and you said something real powerful, and it's something that we say, if you ever get to watch some of our videos, we have videos that come out every morning, Monday to Friday, called Morning Word. One of the phrases that we actually say on Morning Word is that if we can change the mindset of one person, we could change a community. And if we can change a community, we could change the world. And if every one of us took seriously personal development, we would actually start to impact the world in the most powerful way and start helping other people to become the best that they can be. So Gary, thank you. Guys, thank you for obviously listening. Make sure to tune in for another podcast from the Gen Power. And all we have to say is that we're here to bring you motivational, inspirational and empowering content to take your life to the next level. God bless you, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.